I'm going to be talking about Nana Shogi. It's a 3x3 variant of Shogi. It's called the world's smallest Shogi variant, even though it's really not. I just showed you Gufu Shogi, for example, and there's even a 1x2 Bushy Shogi. But this is the smallest variant that still has more or less the same rules for capturing, for dropping, for moving, and also the ownership of the pieces. You individually own the pieces; they're not shared between the two players like they were in Gafu Shogi. The differences between Nana Shogi and traditional Shogi variants is that the board starts off empty and you start by dropping your pieces. So Black will start by dropping his king, and you'll notice that the center square is a bluish color, and the reason for that is there are some rules in which that plays a role. So, for example, when Black drops his king, he can't drop it in the center because obviously then White will not be able to drop his king in the center. And I've made note of how these pieces move because there's a lot of these actually because each of these pieces rotate and have 4 different states. This is a bishop, and I think one of these is a tile general. I don't read Japanese very well, so but Black will start by dropping his king somewhere, and then White will drop his king somewhere, and then Black can do anything now. He can move or drop a piece. The restriction is you're not allowed to give checkmate. One, you're not allowed to give checkmate if you have any pieces on hand. The exception to that is if you capture a piece and you happen to give checkmate, and that, let's suppose that's checkmate. I know it's not, but that's fine as long as you start out with no pieces on hand. Every time you make a sliding move, let's say Black drops here, White drops here, and now it's Black's turn. If he moves his rook, and it's a sliding move, you promote your piece, even if it's a capture. So if White had dropped here, and Black makes a capture, he promotes by rotating 1 space forward. So the rook will promote to, I think this is the chariot. It moves forward or backward any number of spaces. This is, I'm not sure what that is actually, but it moves left or right 1 space, and then there's a go-between that moves forward or backward 1 space, and then it promotes again, it'll become a rook again. Notice that the rook does not have long-range capabilities. The reason for that is when the author of this game wrote this game, Nana Shogi, he initially designed the rook so that it moves multiple spaces, unlimited spaces, and he also designed it so that one of these pieces, I think it's this one, will also move unlimited spaces left and right, and also 1 space to the north or 1 space to the south. And after playing it a few times, I think he set up a website in which he played it via email. He discovered that it gave Black a huge advantage of going first, because Black will likely drop this piece first somewhere. And as it turns out, when I programmed it myself, I discovered that with the old rules, Black is able to force a win, I think in 16 moves. And with the new variant, theoretically it's a draw by repetition if both sides play correctly. There are positions in which you can take 60 or more moves to force a win, and I'll give a link to that later on and perhaps make a video of it. Thanks for watching.